Hello everyone, my name's Adrienne Green and I'm a trainer and practitioner in the balance procedure. Some of you may have seen the short video introduction about the balance procedure that was posted earlier over the weekend. So this one is where I'm going to put a little bit more detail in there about how it's actually can transform your life. And so just to give a little bit of a feel for it. So in case you didn't watch the introduction one, the balance procedure is a very simple tool that you're taught to use for yourself. So you become, in a way, your own therapist, your own counselor. Whenever you are aware of your emotions, they could be empowering you to achieve to your highest potential, like a gold Olympian on the start line, or, and often the case, they are actually doing the exact opposite. Because of a fear or a learnt belief pattern where we don't believe we're good enough to receive something or to do something or to go for a new job, whatever it might be, that will actually prevent us from achieving to our highest potential. And actually, within each and every one of you, you have a pure potential to do whatever it is that you desire. The key thing with this is to be calm and relaxed. When we are calm and relaxed, we are in our natural state of balance. Our emotions are balanced with our passion. And that's what it's about. And at that point, you can then harness your own passion and the universal energy around us to actually create it. The underlying principle of the balance procedure is thoughts and your feelings radiate out ahead of you and create your reality. So for me, I liken that, well, you'll get to know me if you haven't met me already. I liken a lot of things to driving, to a car. And so if it's nighttime, I need the headlights on so that I can illuminate the path ahead of me, the roadway, and I can drive safely. So it's the same thing. Illuminate your own pathways with the goals that you want. And when you're in alignment with them, then they can really sparkle easily for you. I was actually working with a lady, actually it wasn't to do with the balance procedure as such, but it was a lady through a local hospice. And when I arrived to see her, her daughter was at home. Her daughter was in the third year of university, training to become a pharmacist, and it was coming up to the studying for the exams. And they're quite intense, and obviously she wanted to be able to pass them first time so that she'd have the summer off to have a bit of a break. Now, I walked into the room and I looked at the daughter and I looked at the mum, and I should be going to the mum, but the state the daughter was in, she was really stressed. Yeah, we've all been there. So I looked at mum, and mum sort of did the, go on then. So, right, okay. Had a chat with daughter first, because obviously mum would be feeling helpless to be able to do anything constructive for her daughter as well. And the daughter was dealing with the fact that mum was on a cancer journey. So it was a, you can imagine, very normal life in this day and age, lots going on. So I chatted to the young lady. She did already know about the balance procedure. And so I got her to start balancing with the cards. So in actual fact, we used the yellow triangle because that is linked to your solar plexus chakra. And that's where all our fight and flight and our stress goes to. So I was getting her to balance that one on the top of the pack and connecting into being how she wanted to feel, calm and relaxed. Now, she was a way off calm and relaxed, bless her heart, but within a few goes of balancing, she was able to start to come back down to planet Earth. She was landing instead of almost hovering over the room. She came back into herself. She was able to breathe properly because all the breath had tightened up. So worked up. She was able to relax. She was able to breathe. She was able to think more clearly, which is the crucial thing. And so she was then able to think about what she was doing. She had a little yawn because she was releasing all that tension that was within her. Her tummy started to grumble because it was relaxing, and it was starting to say, we could do with a bit of food actually. So I suggested she go off, make herself a drink and something to eat, and then either have a little nap, if that's what she felt she needed, or start again with the revision. She had always had a belief pattern that she needed longer to revise for each of her exams throughout all of her schooling. And what had happened was that belief pattern was playing like soft background music, and it was creating her reality, worst case version of her reality. What happened was the exams were rescheduled. And it meant that by the sixth exam, the last one, she would not have had time to devote to the revision that she would normally have spent. So naturally, she was fearing the worst. So this is where I coached her again as to how she can use the balance procedure to reprogram her thoughts, be more in alignment with the reality she wanted. She wanted the summer off. She wanted to be able to relax and recharge your batteries, ready for the final school year, or uni year in actual. And so she put that into practice. I then went back and checked on mum and did what I was supposed to be doing with her. And I continued with my visits with mum and would say, how's daughter getting on? And she said, oh yeah, no, all good, we think, fingers crossed. She said she came back from one of the exams and mum did the, how did it get on? And the daughter said, oh, it was weird. I looked at the paper, we turned it over when we were allowed to, and I read it, and then I just couldn't stop writing. All this information was flowing into her mind because she was at that perfect point of being in alignment with her passion, calm and relaxed, so that she could access all the information that she'd been studying and learning. Now, it turns out that she did, in fact, achieve the result she wanted. She passed all 6 exams first time. And so she got her summer vacation off, which is what she wanted. Mum is still doing really, really well health-wise, which is a lovely ending to that story. So that's just one example of how you can actually use the balance procedure to change your thoughts and your feelings and to create the physical reality that you want. She wanted to pass all the exams. Well, of course, we all would, you might say. But of course, the little voice in the back of the head, left unchecked, unbalanced, can actually start to create a slightly different reality. And then it's a whole new ball game. Let's face it, a gold Olympian does not stand on the start line thinking they're going to come second. Why don't we approach our life with the same mentality? And when we're in balance and alignment by using these cards as one form to help us to achieve that, that is exactly what can happen. Whether it is that we actually need to balance our work and our play because we have been working too hard, whether it is that we need to be more spontaneous, have more spontaneity in our life, easy for me to say, and have a bit more fun because we've been too serious. That's often the things that we really want and need, but we've learned to think of it in a different way, that we need a holiday, but that's going to cost money. At the moment, of course, going on holiday is not that easy at all. And who knows when we will be getting off again for our holidays. You could say being at home on lockdown was a holiday. I'm not sure everyone actually felt that that was the case because it's brought up a whole new level of challenges. And so that's something where I've been using, again, this every day for the last 12 years, navigate through my life, to navigate with my thoughts and my feelings, to be creating the reality that I really want. And if I suddenly notice that, hang on a minute, no, what's going on? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the passion. I'm not excited to do the ironing, whatever it might be. I know I can change that. I can change me. I can get back into alignment with it. So the ironing only takes 20 minutes instead of an hour and a half because it keeps stopping me and procrastinating over getting the job done. Get it done, get on with it, and then free up my time to do something that I'd much rather be doing. So this is how I approach it with the balance procedure. And I absolutely love sharing this with people, whether it be with giving a talk, actually working with somebody on a one-to-one basis, or when I teach the accredited workshops as well. In the current climate, obviously, none of those are possible in the normal way of doing it, but we have always taught the balance procedure virtually live on like Zoom or FaceTime. So that is still possible. That's still what I've been doing during this time, as people have wanted, they've had time to explore a new way of living, then they've come to me virtually, and we have done that. I've also been giving talks to some of the therapist support groups, and happy to do other talks to other organisations in the same format, because we can all sit there on modern technology in the comfort of our own home and have a fun time and hopefully learn something new. Now, the balance procedure, as I say, is 12 years old now, and it has evolved a lot from the very beginning. Some of you may remember the very first book when it started was this one. This is actually available as a free ebook. And if any of you would like a copy, then I invite you to pop over to my brand new website, adriennegreen.co.uk, where you'll be able to sign up for the free copy. Now, this website is literally still ink drying on it, so please bear with it. Some of it might still be being added to. So keep an eye on it, because there could be some new interesting facts going on there that isn't there straight away. So by all means, sign up for the free ebook, because that has great information in there, and it really underpins the core value of the balance procedure as it is in this current day. We now use a set of 9 cards, universal symbol cards. At one point, we did have 4 sets of cards. So if you still have those, they still work, of course, because it's universal energy, but it's simpler. Let's face it, that's what we want in life. We want it to be simple. And the current book that supports a pack of 9 cards is one that looks like this. So if you haven't got any of those, you can buy them direct from me or from the main balance procedure website, or any other practitioner or trainer that could be in your local area. So please do look out for all of us. It's not just me, I promise. I looked up within, because I thought, well, how else am I going to talk to you about this? I thought, well, the Sunday of this event, the date actually comes out in numerology to a number 8. And that is the art of transformation. And in 2020, with lockdown, what are we doing? We have a golden opportunity to transform ourselves and our lives, transform out of the fears of health, finances, and let's face it, they are very real, but we can use this golden opportunity. How many people have actually discovered that they can work from home? And they're saving themselves maybe 2 hours a day traveling to and from work, maybe longer, depending if they were commuting into big cities. So there has already been a lot of transformation that hopefully, as lockdown becomes lifted gradually, some of that can still stay in place. And perhaps people can work from home part of the week. And then that will make a difference with employers as well. But the key thing is to recognize these things. Having that moment, that little time out once a week, whenever it might be, to just sit down and write down maybe gratitude diaries, whatever it might be, but just think, what good has come out of this? How have I felt that's actually improved as I've got used to the initial changes? So the art of transformation is actually linking it with that. This is the symbol just over my shoulder here, and with this card here. So I'm just going to read a little bit from the book for you. Upward magenta pentagon, I thought I said that wrong, with a green star in the center, is all about transformation. It is the key to this symbol is the idea of letting go of your old thought patterns or memories, and also then enabling you to change your daily and weekly routines, whether that be food or habits. So many of us have actually been changing maybe our food habits because we've not been able to go out for meals. Many of the takeaways perhaps haven't been open. So we've actually had to get back to basics and cook from home, cook from scratch, show the children how to do some of it, maybe learn for the first time. And I'm sure YouTube has been very useful for that sort of thing. But connecting back into that, nurturing ourselves with some good food and enjoying the whole process. Letting go and having faith in our future can often be a little bit challenging because we have to get out of our comfort zone, but it can be so rewarding as well at the same time. So this is about, this symbol is all about regeneration. So it is about beginnings and endings in phases of life, death and resurrection. So if we're not in balance, how would we recognize that? Well, that's really simple, because we can become very rigid and static and no longer able to grow and develop. It's my way or the highway. So for me to check how I am, I use the Art of Independence card on the top of the pack, and I place it on my higher heart chakra with one hand. I'm just going to angle down a little bit so that you can see that. There we go. And I'm just going to close my eyes so that I can focus inwardly on myself and just see if there's any movement. And there isn't. So if I'm not moving forward, I know that I'm not in alignment. To change that, I place two hands on the card, I take a slow, deep breath in, I pause, and then I think the word, or you can say it out loud if you want, balance. And I breathe out. So that's like setting the new destination I want to live at, in the new postcode in your sat nav. So then I check again, and I can feel that change instantly. Now we have between 60 and 120,000 thoughts a day. So the fact that I didn't move straight away with that card is not unusual. The key is follow the procedure and instantly come back into balance. So I'm really, so pleased that I came across this all those years ago. Balance procedure you can also get in the apps for the iPhone and the Android. The iPhone one has been revamped because we have had those for some time, but obviously, as you know, what number iPhone are we on now? I've lost count. The technology has advanced so fast. So we're now back on song with both of those available from your app stores. So I'd like to thank you very much for listening to me. I hope you found this interesting. It may have brought up some questions. It may also have re-excited you to, oh my God, I've got that book and cards somewhere. Where are they? I will actually be running some masterclasses with myself for people to join me via Zoom so that you can get back into the swing of it. You can bring yourself up to date with the changes over the last 12 years so that you are getting the maximum opportunity and benefit from balancing for yourself. So this will be a very simple couple of hours short workshop masterclass on Zoom that you can log on to. It will just cost £35 for you to do that. You will already have the book and the cards, so that will be nice and simple. And so I shall be running that. I shall put some links in with this once it's gone live. And then obviously you can also find that on my Facebook page, Adrienne the Illuminator, as I illuminate your true potential. That was one of the things that came to me over lockdown. So we can have inspiration all of the time. It will also be obviously on my website, adriennegreen.co.uk. So please have a visit on those. Remember that you can sign up for the free ebook, which even if you've had it before, but it's gone lost into the ether, ask for it again. That's absolutely fine. It's completely free. Any questions? Direct message me, put some comments in the post on here, because although this is a pre-recording, I will be checking in with the events over the weekend, so I'll be able to answer those questions almost live for you. So thank you once again. My name is Adrienne Green. Thank you.